Hi, I'm Nina, and I make videos about thrifting, making outfits, and other things I like in fashion. We're at the thrift store today doing a little thrift with me. Going to be looking for cool fall pieces, especially good jackets like a trench, a wool coat, maybe a barn coat or chore coat, as well as layering pieces. I have just been really kind of thinking about fall outfits in terms of layers, just like playing with necklines, having a little vest, maybe having a turtleneck under a button down, adding a scarf to just like a t-shirt and jeans outfit, just kind of like thinking about simple ways to make minimal outfits more interesting with layering, whether it's different textures or just different silhouettes. And I would love to find some more pieces to be able to do that, especially just like simple long sleeve tops, like a turtleneck, boat neck, highlight crew neck tops, just for like layering under other things. And I'm also just gonna be looking for good like fall accessories, and I'll go through the bottoms and shoes kind of quick. And I may also check out some of the home stuff because I feel like this time of year it starts to get a little bit colder. I have just been so into making my apartment feel really cozy and homey, and I feel like really good thrifted bits are a great way to like make your home feel kind of unique and just like make you want to hang out in it as it's getting colder. So let's go see what the thrift has. Starting in the coats, the first thing I saw was this little fur collar wool jacket. I love that the collar is removable, so you kind of have two jackets in one. Also the beautiful red lining, but this was a little bit more fitted than what I'm looking for in like a wool overcoat, so I kept on looking. Then I found this cape, which just feels very right now. It had these big buttons that remind me of the big buttons we're seeing on all the little like swing coats and pea coats. I absolutely loved the collar, and I feel like a little wool cape like this is such a unique layering piece for especially this fall. Now this sweater was just thrown in with the jackets. It's vintage Gap, which I absolutely love, 100% cotton, and the color is a little bit out of my comfort zone, but I am so into like pale greens and yellows recently, especially with the brown, so I did have to add this to the cart. Now this little green sweater blazer top, it's almost like a knit little blazer, but I love the idea of wearing this as a top. I have been so drawn to these like super high neck 90s kind of lapel collars on tops and jackets, so I had to grab this. Now this mock neck sweater, it felt like it was 100% cashmere, but I couldn't find a tag on it. It did have some pilling, but I just feel like this sweater with a little like half tuck or even full tuck into some pants with a cool belt would just be perfect. Now another little green piece, 100% silk, little Talbot cardigan. I absolutely love it. I'm just so drawn to this shade of green. I don't know what it is, but right now I just think it is the best. Now I cannot believe I found this jacket at the thrift. The most beautiful deep red color. It is so quintessentially fall. It has these little contrast buttons, and then when I looked at the materials tag, it was 100% wool, which I feel like it's so hard to find in a jacket right now. It reminds me so much of this one from Aritzia that I have just been admiring, and I had to add it to the cart. Now I thought this little jacket was adorable. It was like a silky blend with this really pretty embroidered pattern, kind of like a puff quilted jacket, and what I really loved about it was the stand collar and the unique little hook closures. Now this blazer was huge. I'm not sure what I was thinking when I grabbed this. I did add it to the cart. I think I'm just becoming a blazer person. This was also 100% wool, and I just have been really into the idea of like an easy little blazer for layering over everything this time of year. Now another 90s high collar jacket. This blazer is closer. I'm going down the right path. This one's a little bit smaller. It's a nylon, lightweight fabric, so it's easy to wear and kind of like zhuzh around, but it had shoulder pads and was going to be too big. Now this windbreaker with the buckle detail from Nautica is wild. It's like a moto style with these little patches on the arm, and I had to add it to the cart because it's just so unique. I cannot believe I found this. Buyer 2 California. Anything like Buyer brand from the 90s, early 2000s, I'm obsessed with. It's a blazer top with a built-in layered bright little cornflower blue collar. It's so fun. Like, this with some trousers feels so like 90s office, corp girl. Now thinking about layering, this turtleneck already has a layer built in. So I had this little white trim coming out of the tan. It's super subtle, and the neckline also had a little double layer with the white, and the inside, the whole thing was lined with this white. So you could like roll up the sleeves and get more of it, roll down the collar and get more of it, which I really loved. It was a super stretchy, slinky fabric. Now another turtleneck. This one was gray, and I've had my eye out for a gray turtleneck for a few months now. The neckline on this one was a little bit looser than what I want. I want a little bit more of a fitted collar, but otherwise this would have been great. This jacket is incredible. Made in USA vintage, and it has a built-in scarf. I didn't know that jackets with a built-in scarf were a thing before like last year, but this is so cool. I just like would not expect to find a jacket with this kind of design detail at the thrift. The other side of it was this black velvet that felt very like luxe. The red and black is a little bit much for me. It felt very 80s. This sweater feels so Pinterest to me, like this sweater with a jean and some sneakers. It's 2000s Polo Ralph Lauren, has the big buttons that I'm really into and I feel like we're starting to see all over the place, and it has a super high collar. Like, I feel like you rarely see like a turtleneck collar on a cardigan like this. It just feels so 2000s to me, and I had to grab it. Now this blazer with the 90s collar, I feel like I am more likely to wear because the silhouette is a little more boxy, it feels a little bit chiller and a little more timeless because it's not so like fitted and cropped. I really love the color. It had these kind of green undertones, and I had to add it to the cart. Now this just gets a shout out because it is so cute. I think it's genuine vintage 70s, has the little exaggerated collar, the patch pockets, and the color of it. This was just so cute, and the color feels so perfectly fall. Another blazer with this kind of collar. What can I say? I had to add them all to the cart so I could try them all on and figure out which one is the best for me. This one was a little bit slouchier material, and like the green gray one, it was a little more boxy, so I feel like it would be easier to wear. This Gap trench coat, I really love the silhouette of it, but I wish it was a different color. I don't know why this like cream color just isn't quite right for me. Like if it was a beige or an army green, I would have had to get it, but the cream just, it wasn't right. Now this gray overcoat, another double-breasted one, 100% wool. And it was like such heavy wool. You could tell it was super warm and fantastic condition. I love that it was double-breasted. So it was $13 half price, so it's $6.50. Really oversized. It gave me the row vibes, and I had to add it. Now this blazer was just like really unique. I loved the grommet detail around the waist, and it had this little tie that you would like weave through with a little stand collar. Like I think this worn as a top would be so cool. Now another little jacket that I love the idea of wearing as a top, 3/4 length sleeves with a little crew neck. It's like the silhouette of the lady jackets and cardigans from J. Crew, but in this perfectly neutral brownie gray color, and I love the patch pockets. I just feel like this with some jeans and a ballet flat is your go-to outfit for this fall. Now I found this bag that is in that color green that I just cannot get enough of, and I love that it has the 2 straps, but it's really long. Like I love that silhouette in a little purse right now. It's like a tote with the super long straps. I like the silver metal details. A nylon bag like this is such a perfect way to bring in another texture to an outfit. I love the idea of this cardigan. It was really heavy cotton. The ribbing on it was so good, perfectly oversized, really slouchy. The buttons were really cute. It was vintage, but it just had crazy discoloration throughout the whole thing. I actually might use it as inspiration to knit a cardigan similar to this. This little DKNY half zip mock neck sweater is so cute. So see, something like this you could layer over like a little turtleneck to play with necklines, a crew neck. You could put even like a button up underneath and go like very classic preppy. So these are the things that I'm thinking about with the sweaters. This is a merino wool polo sweater, and I have been wanting a knit, almost like shirt, lightweight, just like this. So cute. This was cool because APC is a fancy brand. It's not super
my personal style. It's a little more fitted than what I would go for in a sweatshirt. I feel like in sweatshirts, I just want it to be like cozy and kind of like wrapped up in a lot of fabric, but it was just exciting to see a brand like this at a thrift. This was just so fun. 3/4 length sleeves, boat neck top in snakeskin, and I have been so drawn to snake print. I don't know if it's just because it's a way of doing animal print that's a little bit different than cheetah, but I also really love the idea of like a snake skin pant, so I also have my eye out for those. More buyer. Yes, please give me more. Brown trousers, which I absolutely love. They have a little cuff on the bottom, and they look like they're going to be low to mid rise, wide leg, just a perfect trouser. So I had to add them because who doesn't need a brown trouser in the fall? Now, these cheetah pants were so much fun. They were 100% silk, which I'm always loving. A little bit cropped. It looked like they could have a crop flare, which I'm so into right now. And I know I said that I wanted snake print because it's different than cheetah, but like if I can find silk cheetah pants at the thrift, I'm gonna grab them. These suede cowboy boots look like something off of Pinterest. I feel like people aren't as into a classic cowboy boot right now, but I still love them. I feel like these are so classic, and they're in the suede. Again, this is a way of tapping into the trends a little bit different. We tap into the suede, we get a Western vibe, but it's not just the Fry campus boot. And these are just so, so beautiful. Now, this top was incredible, but the color was too much for me. I love these little like knot closures on the sleeve. So it was like open on the sleeves flared out slightly. The design of this top was incredible. If I was someone who's confident in dyeing things, I would have bought it and dyed it black, and it would have been my new favorite long sleeve top. Now, this zip up hoodie was so cute. I have been looking for a little like knit zip hoodie. Initially, I was looking for one that was in cashmere. This one was a mohair blend, and still boxes checked for me. It's kind of this purpley gray with a contrast trim. It's just so cute. I feel like this is a piece that is so easy to wear. I love it. Now, that's everything that I found. So let's head home and I'll show you what I ended up buying. Hi, I'm back from the thrift store, and I have quite a bit to show you guys. I kind of can't believe how much I ended up getting. I'm really excited. I found some home things, lots of fashion things, and like specifically things that I have actually been looking for. So really excited to show you guys. I'll do the home stuff first. So I got this. So I guess the first thing I should say is I just ordered a vintage Filofax refillable journal planner from eBay. I'm really excited about it. So I got a couple things that are gonna like go with that. And so the first thing related to that I got is this vintage engineering like graph paper. And I like the idea of just like cutting this to size and then using this as little like Filofax inserts. I just think it looks really cute. I think it's also nice to have gridded stuff. It was $3, and I just love like the colors of this to use in like a bullet journal or just like normal journal. Then the next thing I got thinking about the Filofax is this Rolodex that is like unused. There's like 2 addresses in the back of it. And the way that I actually want to use it is, let me open it so you guys can see. But basically, again, I want to just use the little like Rolodex cards as inserts because they're pre-punched, and I feel like that would be a nice little like tab to write stuff on or stick stuff to, whatever. I think it'll just be really cute, and I'm just really excited to get this old Filofax because I've been doing bullet journaling stuff since college and would buy a new leather one every year. And then I saw a picture on Pinterest of an old Filofax, and I was like, why have I not just been doing that and getting refills? So really excited to have these. Then the next home thing I got is this green metal tin. Again, this is just to hide things I don't want to see. So like charging cables, tech stuff, like camera battery, that kind of thing. I want to just keep in here so that when I put this on a little shelf, you just see this, and that's a lot cuter than like a bunch of cords all tangled up. And this was $3, Rolodex was $2, and the engineering paper was $3. And then the best home thing I found that I am so excited about is this vintage IKEA like wall mounted lamp. And I was literally looking at these on Etsy 2 days ago. Unfortunately, this one, someone spray painted from the original color. So the original color is this like really awesome red, which would be so fun to have a pop of red. But they spray painted it to be this like burgundy brown color, which I still like. The only thing is there's a bunch of scratches on it, but it's pretty old. But like these were going for like 40 bucks, $100 for the little wall mounted lamp. And this was $2. So I am extremely excited about it. I need to go get the bulb from IKEA and make sure, you know, it actually still works. But I think this would be so cool to hang up in my apartment over a piece of art or something like that. I have been like slowly trying to do things to make our apartment feel a little bit more homey. So I'm thinking about doing like a thrifted apartment makeover video at some point. So this will definitely be featured in it. But now for the clothes, like what you're here for. It was so good. I cannot believe how lucky I was with the clothes. So the first thing that I ended up getting was this like burgundy, deep red, double-breasted, 100% wool jacket. And it's vintage, has a really cute little vintage tag. And literally, oops, I just kicked the metal box. This coat is almost identical to one that I have just been admiring from Aritzia. It has shoulder pads, which I don't always like, but for some reason with the fit of this one, I really don't mind them. And I just think this is such a beautiful, beautiful coat. It's in fantastic condition and I just can't wait to start wearing it. Also, it's like burgundy, which you know is the color of this fall. The next thing I grabbed is this very 2000s Ralph Lauren polo jeans cardigan. It has these huge buttons, which I feel like are a trend that I haven't heard anyone else outright say yet. So very excited about this. I also just have such a weakness for like a mock neck turtleneck. And this was $8. Then the next piece, this is the one that goes with that really well, are these vintage 90s, maybe early 2000s, probably early 2000s because they're lower rise, like office pants, but they're in this beautiful brown, wide leg, low waist, and they have like a little kind of cuff detail at the bottom. Again, these remind me so much of a pair of pants that I was admiring on Aritzia's website. I've just been like window shopping Aritzia's website, not actually buying anything, just being like, oh, that would be nice. I like that. I wish. But these are almost the exact same silhouette. I love the color brown they are. And they were $5 half price. So these were $2.50. They are IZ Buyer California, which is like Buyer 2, A Buyer, all of those like related brands, which are always really good at the thrift. And I'm just so excited. I feel like also a brown pant is so good. Like this feels like cohesive. I feel like this could be an outfit, like the jacket, the sweater, and these pants all together. Very, very fall. Then the next thing I grabbed was another sweater. This like might be my favorite thing from everything I got. It's weird because I feel like so many of these things have been on like my thrift wish list. So it's this little knit mohair blend hoodie. And I've been looking for a little knit zip up hoodie. And I just think this is so sweet. I've also been looking for kind of like a mohair textured sweater because it's just a texture that I don't have in my wardrobe. I'm just so excited. I think this is so sweet. I feel like it's just going to be such an easy piece to throw on all the time for the rest of the fall and winter. And then the last thing I found, which I didn't even show you guys when I was in the thrift store, is this silk scarf, which is not like 100% my style to like wear as a scarf, but it's huge. And I just think the colors and the pattern are really beautiful. So at a bare minimum, I can use it to like stop my hair from getting frizzy at night. But I also kind of like the idea of using this as like either turning it into like a pillowcase or like almost framing it as like a piece of art or something. I don't know. There's something about this colorway and this pattern that really grabbed my attention. I'm also just a real sucker for like 100% vintage silk scarf. And then the other thing is after I grabbed it and put it in the bag, I saw this that says Valentino. Like who knows if it's real or not, but it's really beautiful. And if it is real, that's a crazy find. And this was $3. So that's everything I found at the thrift. Let me know if you have styling ideas, which pieces you think are the best. And oh, also if you guys would want to see like a thrifted apartment makeover video, because I feel like that'd be really fun. I've been really into interiors as it's been getting a little bit colder out, and we're like, I just want my house to be really cozy and inviting and homey. So I've been feeling really like just really motivated to try and make my house feel really nice and kind of reflective of me. But thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for watching. If you like this, give it a thumbs up. If you are not subscribed, like, just subscribe already. Come on, I want to see you next time. And if you want to see that apartment makeover video or future trends videos, thrifting videos, outfits videos. Oh, also, if you want to see my daily outfits, I try to put them over on my Instagram almost every day. So check that out. And thank you so much. I'll see you next time. Bye.